If you're still struggling to grow your hair to your desired length and to its normal thickness, this video is for you. For some time now, I have been getting comments about people who their hair is thinning out, their hair is weak, it's not as thick as it used to be, and they are struggling to retain length as well. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a very simple natural hair growth recipe. Either your hair is natural or relaxed. This recipe works great for both hair types. So I will encourage you to watch this video from start to finish so you'll be able to grab everything I have to say and listen carefully to everything I have to say. And I'll be demonstrating how to use it and share with you in detail how to make this fast hair growth recipe. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to support my channel by hitting the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. All the ingredients I used in this video are very easy to get, so that is an added advantage. The first thing you need is a very clean and sterilized jar. Make sure your jar is very clean. And the first ingredient I will use in this video is hibiscus flowers. Hibiscus flowers helps to nourish the hair, it treats dandruff, it prevents hair loss, it stimulates hair growth, it prevents split ends, it protects the hair from damage caused by pollution. It also conditions the hair and it helps to thicken the hair. So if your hair is becoming weak, it is not as thick as it used to be, start incorporating hibiscus flowers into your hair care product and you see a massive difference. Next ingredient you need is cloves. Everybody knows cloves. Clove is very popular in this natural hair growth community, and I'll be using just 1 teaspoon of cloves. You don't need to use too much. The next ingredient you need is rosemary leaves. You can use either the dried one or the fresh one as I'm using right here. If you're using the fresh rosemary leaves, be sure to wash it very well before you start using it. Don't just pluck it from your garden and go straight ahead to use it. Rosemary helps to prevent hair loss, it reduces inflammation, it cleans the scalp and the hair because it contains antibacterial property that can help to cleanse the hair and the scalp. It increases shine and strengthens the hair, and it also darkens gray hair. If you're experiencing premature graying, rosemary is very good for you. Start incorporating it into your hair care products and see the magic that will happen to your hair. You have to be consistent when you're using it. You don't just use it once and get the result you expected. Right now, go ahead and add warm water to all of the ingredients. I'm adding 400 ml of warm water. You can decide to use ordinary water, but I prefer to use warm water because it helps to infuse faster. You can also decide to boil this for a few moments and then save it, but I prefer to leave it to infuse naturally because it makes it more potent. Now I'm going to cover it and leave it to rest for at least 8 hours. I usually make my hair growth teas mostly in the evening, so I'll just leave it to sit overnight before I save. The longer you leave it, the more potent it becomes. So I'm just going to leave this to infuse naturally overnight because I want to get the best out of this. And I'm making this much because I'll be using it in 3 different ways, which I'm going to be explaining to you in this video. So make sure you stay tuned and listen carefully to everything I have to say. The next day morning, this is how it's looking like. When I said the more you leave it to infuse, the more potent it becomes, it doesn't mean you should leave it for too long, because if you leave it for too long, it may go bad. So don't leave it for more than 24 hours at most if you are going to be infusing it naturally. What I'll just do now is to pour it into my spray bottle. Before pouring into your spray bottle, if you want to add essential oil, feel free to use any essential oil of your choice. You can add essential oil to it before you transfer to your spray bottle. You can decide to add carrier oil if you are going to be using this to refresh your natural hair. But as for me, I'm not adding any of those because the three ways I'm going to be using this, I will end up moisturizing my hair at the end of every session. So there's no need to add oil to mine. When you're making this, please don't use too much of the ingredients, either the hibiscus flower, the cloves, or the rosemary. Just use the right amount. If you see in the video, I did not use too much hibiscus flower because if you use too much of it, it may lead to scalp reaction and dry out your hair. And even this amount that I'm using right now, you need to follow up with the products you use to moisturize your hair. I've made a whole video about cloves and a whole video about rosemary already. You can go ahead and watch them to get more knowledge about them. So the first way I'm going to be using this hair tea is to use it as a final rinse after washing my hair. I'm just demonstrating how I use it as a final rinse in this video. After washing your hair and deep conditioning your hair, and you rinse out the deep conditioner thoroughly from your hair, you can go ahead and use this hair growth spray as your final rinse. You can decide to spray it on your hair and then massage it from your scalp to the tips of your hair. You can decide to pour it in as well. But if you are pouring it on your hair, make sure you make enough because you'll be needing a lot to do that. After rinsing your hair with it, you just leave it to a dry and then follow up with your moisturizing routine. The second way you can use it is to use it to blend your deep conditioner. If you're doing a DIY deep conditioner, instead of using just water to blend it, you can use this hair tea to blend it. It makes it more potent because you get the benefit of the ingredients you are using to make your deep conditioner and also the benefits of this hair growth spray into your hair. That is a very effective way to use it for those that don't want the smell of the herbs in their hair. Of course, if you spray it into your hair or use it as a final rinse, after moisturizing your hair with your oil, your leave-in conditioner and sealant, the smell will automatically disappear. And the third way to use this is to use it as a leave-in spray, just as I just did right now. You spray it into your hair from your scalp to the tips of your hair, and of course you have to massage very well because that is one of the way you get the products into your scalp and your hair. Massage it into your scalp and walk the product through the length of your hair, and then you go ahead and moisturize your hair. In the process of doing that, don't skip your edges. They're very, very fragile and important. You spray on them, you seal in the moisture, and also go ahead to massage them for at least 3 minutes. After watching this video, if you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.